The slimy. This is my review, like I told you was coming on Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness. Wow. What I think about this movie, first off, my first impression of the movie, wow. Very, very good movie. Very, very solid movie. I say this is probably one of my top 10 favorite MCU movies. I think I just like the action sequence and like that is a very different Marvel movie. It's definitely Sam Raimi. Like Marvel really let Sam Raimi put his print on it. And if you don't know who director Sam Raimi is, Sam Raimi is responsible for doing a lot of horror movies and he's responsible for the 3 original Spider-Man trilogy movies as well. Also, I think he was responsible for executive producing Spider-Man No Way Home as well. The last one that just came out, which I love too as well. That's one of my favorite comic movies. Love that as well. This movie is so filled with horror and stuff. It does not feel like a regular kids Marvel movie at all with the killing and everything like that. They do not hold back. He does not hold back at all with the directing when it comes to this movie. And it's very comic booky-esque, which I love so much. I love movies because it is a comic movie. It is a superhero movie. So I love the comic book in it. Of course, it does have a lot of cheesy lines and stuff like that. But I love the comic book in it. So it's just like, it felt like I was really looking at a real comic book movie, a reading a comic book. So I love comics, of course, but I love this movie. I love superhero movies. So definitely, I love Doctor Strange. I know it's a lot of mixed reviews. Some people not like it because a lot of problems with it, with the whole multiverse and everything like that and all that. But I love it just so comic book and superhero-ish like that. That's why I guess I love it so much. It was straight comic booky. So I like to see something different. It's different than what the normal Marvel formula is. That's why I love this movie so much. Definitely straight different than normal Marvel formula. So wow. Starts off with this movie. Movie pretty much starts off from beginning to end action sequence. From the first movie, we see Doctor Strange in a dream with this girl. He doesn't know who she is at, with him trying to protect her and save her and everything like that from this monster and everything like that. Also, so pretty much the premise of this is like, if you watch WandaVision and all that, you know about Scarlet Witch and her dream she created when Vision died and all that of having kids and everything like that. So she decides she's gonna create her own universe and all, destroy everything, create her own universe just so she can be with her kids and everything like and have a future like that to make them real. So pretty much like she finds American Chavez. American Chavez's power is that she can go through multiple universes and everything like that. That's her power and everything. So Scarlet Witch is like, Wanda's like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take control and try to kidnap her and get her. Doctor Strange enlists Wanda's help at first, but doesn't know that she is responsible for everything. And pretty much, Wanda is pretty much, you might as well say, is the antagonist of this movie, pretty much. Like, and all. It's like, with everything she's doing, everything that, pretty much killing all the sorcerers and everything like that, trying to kill Wanda and Doctor Strange. And like I said, Elizabeth Olsen and Scarlet Witch kills it. I love her as the villain in this. Pretty much not really a villain per se, but you might as well say that she's as the antagonist in this right here. Like she kills it, killing, destroying people and all that. She's going straight ham, haywire, no filter on it. Like how she killing, destroying everybody. So Doctor Strange, he gets sets up. She puts, Scarlet Witch puts something to say. Elizabeth was on tripping, but Scarlet Witch decides she's gonna put Doctor Strange in we find out, of course, American Chavez, that's the name the girl is, and everything like that. She decides she's gonna put them in different universes and everything like that. So they get stuck in different kind of universes and all that, trying to figure out a way and everything to stop Scarlet Witch before she takes control of the power with the book and everything. With the I forgot the name of the book. Oh my goodness, but the pot book, pretty much the death book, the dangerous book of all, and everything like that, to take control and all that, take a verse on the multiverse and universe, which is the book, of course, Juan talked about in the beginning of Doctor Strange, the first movie, and of course what we see her doing in the end of WandaVision. If you guys watch WandaVision, because definitely you gotta do your homework and watch other movies. You definitely want to go into watch this movie, because if you haven't seen WandaVision or even seen Doctor Strange, the first one, you kind of gonna be totally lost in this movie. Just being honest with you, you're gonna be lost. But we see her; she's using that book. But while they're trying to figure out a way to stop Wanda and everything, that American Chavez and Doctor Strange running the moto and the Illuminati. And wow, it's just awesome seeing Illuminati. We get Professor X, Captain Marvel, the black of course the black version of her, not Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, but her friend, her homie. And we also get as well, we get a Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic, John Cranston. I forgot to pronounce his last name, but John as Mr. Fantastic. So wow, definitely good, definitely awesome moment to see them all together. Definitely fun and everything like that. But Scarlet Witch takes them all out. Of course, I gotta tell you, of course, this is a spoiler review, so of course I'm giving up a lot of spoilers. But Scarlet Witch takes all of them out very easily, like it ain't none. So pretty much it seems like the Illuminati thing was just a cameo appearance, more like fan service and everything like that by bringing them all together. Especially with Professor X, I think this is the last time we'll see Professor X, X-Men. I think it just shows you what in different universes there is a Fantastic Four, there is mutants, there is Inhumans. So I feel like a lot of this could have been mostly fan service. I forgot about we got Peggy Carter as Captain Britain also as well. So that was very exciting too. Got to see her as well. So I guess why people were talking about a little bit why the enjoyment and the fan service wasn't that much, that overhype they have it wasn't that good because they're like, oh, they only show for that brief appearance and Charlotte Witch takes them all out and kill them. But I think Marvel was just doing this to maybe set up something bigger, just showing you, okay, hey, here we gave you this little piece right here. They're here. They do exist in this universe. Like we can't do all this. So that definitely made it big, made it like okay, like yeah, like so. Definitely, exciting to see all them. I enjoyed it seeing all them together, but I'm like, yo, mess up, Scarlet Witch killed all of them like that easy. But I feel like this is kind of a little bit of, it was a little bit of a fan service and a little bit of like, oh, we're showing you Easter eggs of what possibly can happen, what's going on, and everything. So, wow, so that happened. So, well, of course, while they're doing that, they come up with a way to try to, get the book. Pretty much, Doctor Strange gets the book from Moto, and Professor X does. He wants to get the book, and it feels like Doctor Strange. He can trust him to get him to it. And also, they use the line that Professor X used in one of my favorite X-Men movies and one of my favorite comic books of all time, X-Men Days of Future Past. Said, "So when someone loses their way, doesn't mean they're lost forever." Kind of like something like that, premise of that line. So if you saw X-Men Days of Future Past, you definitely know about that line. Because that's one of my favorite X-Men movies, like I said. And I love, of course, this whole universe thing and all that. So I love their reference and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, if you're not a fan of Marvel or any of these comic book movies, you will be lost if you just go see the movies with nothing, with pretty much a green light, not knowing anything and all that. You will be lost. But yeah, so that part. So they pretty much get the book and everything. Moto and Doctor Strange have a fight. And they get the book and everything. And when Scarlet Witch, like, she takes, captures American Chavez, Doctor Strange and Rachel McAdams character Christine, she sends them off into another universe and all that. What America Chavez does, but then they get sent to it. When Scarlet Witch captures her, I should say, she sends Doctor Strange and Christine another universe and everything. That's when we meet Evil Strange. And if you watch What If, also as well, if you didn't see What If, you gotta watch What If as well. You didn't watch What If, you wouldn't understand this. But we see Evil Doctor Strange and all that. We all know about Evil Doctor Strange. His is the only universe that doesn't have Christine, because we all seen from, of course, that What If says about him just him and Christine were not meant to be together no matter what. She was always gonna die. She always gonna die no matter what, no matter what. And you see the cost of it in that universe. And he has the third eye as well. And the fight scene between Evil Strange and normal Doctor Strange is epic. The music scene, it just, oh my goodness. I totally was geeking out with my homeboy when we saw this. I was like, whoa, that is one of the highlight scenes in the movie. That music fight scene when they stand off and fight when Doctor Strange gets the book and all that. Because it leads up to a deathly climactic ending and all that. The final battle with them and Scarlet Witch. But yeah, it's just so awesome and all that and everything like that. When the evil Doctor Strange, and the regular Doctor Strange fight. Wow, the music scene was just that awesome. Like I said, Sam Raimi did a good job, excellent. He pretty much put his stamp on this, and I loved it. And all that. Then, of course, we get to the end battle scene. I'm skipping a couple parts, pulling out the main parts in this. But then we get to the final scene battle where Doctor Strange from use his corpse of his dead body, of his dead self from another universe, and uses it pretty much to fight Scarlet Witch and all that, using all the souls and all that and everything like that. So it's very fun. Of course, Scarlet Witch has a cheesy line in saying, "Oh, using the same book too, huh?" As well and all that, everything like that. Hypocrite and all that. So I guess when people say little comic word lines saying hypocrite and everything like that, but it is what it is. I wasn't really stressed about that. I was like, all right, whatever, cool. You know what I'm saying? And all that. I definitely love the fight. Definitely love the fight scene though, with them too and everything like that. And it's all about courage. A lot of things that people ask Doctor Strange, "Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you happy, Steven? Are you happy?" He said, "Yeah, man, yeah." But really, he's not happy. And of course, his love for Christine, when she gives the motivation to him, you're Doctor Strange, the Master Supreme. You can take this down. You can control all these souls and everything like that. And he used it to take down, try to take down Scarlet Witch. Then he gives America Chavez, which I love to carry in this movie as well. She doesn't get a lot of credit, how good she was in this movie. I love, he's telling her the courage, like, everything you've done so far, you have sent us to each universe we belong. From the first episode, from the not first episode, I'm tripping, but from the first scene when she sent them to another universe. We sent them to the first universe where he met like the Illuminati and all and everything like that. So he's always she's always sent them to the right place and everything. And her problem is she just gets nervous and she gets scared when she uses her power so she can control it and she sends people to different universes. And also you see her story of Will America Chavez. You understand her so well. Like her two moms had died and everything. Like I mean not died, but she ended up sending two of her moms to a different universe because she got scared because of a bee stung her and they get sent off to another universe. She never been able to find them, and it just wow, so sad. And you kind of understand a lot of emotional arcs with these characters. With Wanda, that family, which what she's talking about saying, "Oh, I killed Vision. It was all for nothing." And emotional, and this she dealt with and wanted to have the family, having kids and everything like that. She wanted to be with her boys. Also, as well with Stephen Strange not being happy, not being able to be the woman he loves and everything like that. So that's tough for him. So a lot of emotional dark arc with these characters, but definitely like Wanda and Doctor Strange are definitely the main two key components of this movie. It's pretty much their movie. Like I said, it really should be WandaVision and Doctor Strange movie. It should be titled both of their movies, both of them together, because it's both of their movies. It's definitely Wanda's as it is Doctor Strange. I should say they both give ample a whole bunch amount of screen time. They both definitely belong in the title of the movie because it's definitely about both of them. But America Chavez, what she does is she shows Wanda, hey, look how the kids see you, and then they see a witch, they see a monster, and everything like that. So when she shows them and everything and all that, because Doctor Strange of course gives the courage, hey, to use her power and all that, and she shows, I can't beat you fighting. I'm gonna just show you and give you what you want, and that's what she does. And she sees that, oh my goodness, her kids look at her as a monster and all that. And line like my homie was saying when they say in the movie, she says, "Oh, kids, I'm not a monster. I've never hurt anyone." And my partner was like, "Well, you've been doing the whole movie. That's kind of what you've been doing. You've been killing the sorcerers, been destroying everybody, and all that. Killed the whole Illuminati, all for your kids." And when she sees that, she just like, "Oh man," and everything like that. So that's when she decides, of course, destroys the book, ends up destroying herself and everything like that. So it definitely, just shows, her emotion, all she wanted, and everything, like all the hurt, you think about Wanda's character's been through, with losing her brother, losing Vision, and then, having losing, the dream sequence. She just loved this world. She just this town. She built pretty much on her own and everything like that. So you understand her hurt and pain, and she ends up destroying destroying the book. And looks like she's destroying herself, but I definitely don't believe she's been killed off or anything like that. I believe she will be back or seeing her in another movie. Hopefully sooner than later, because I love Wanda. She's one of my favorite characters in MCU. And all that, I love Scarlet Witch a lot. But, we see, that's what she does in destroying the book and all. When she sees her other self from the other universe and sees herself as a witch, and kids see her as a witch, she feels like, hey, I need to just destroy this book and no one else will ever be corrupted by this again. So very, very like a solid ending to it and everything like that. And we see in the end, definitely America Chavez, she's a sorcerer being trained under Juan, who I didn't talk about a lot in this movie. Juan was pretty good in the movie, does his thing as a side character, ultimate best side character, did his role, did it like he always does in this movie, does his thing. But we see she's getting trained by Juan and everything like that, learning how to do it. It's crazy. She know how to go different universes, but doesn't know how to use the spell correctly. So she learns how to do that, and her and Doctor Strange, definitely end up having a good bond, a good relationship. And of course, they also say, Kevin Feige did say Doctor Strange will be the new leader of the Avengers. He's the new leader of the MCU. That's pretty much what he is. Kind of like a little bit the a-hole type, kind of like how Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark was. Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange will be the new leader in the MCU. Because we saw it in Spider-Man No Way Home, how he trained, kind of helped Peter a little bit. He was like that big brother Peter, helped out with Peter. Now with America Chavez, he's doing the same thing. And also, like I said, if you didn't see No Way Home either, of course, I don't know why you haven't seen it. Definitely haven't seen No Way Home, see that. Because that movie definitely was dope. They referenced a lot of that stuff too in No Way Home, which I thought pretty much was the plot was going to be about what he did in No Way Home. That was going to be a little bit about the story and the plot. But mostly, it's kind of more so about, like, Wanda and her story, what happened in WandaVision, what she's trying to do. How she's been corrupt and everything like that. But yeah, they have a heart-to-heart, and everything and all that. And like I said, with the dialogue between them, I see this setting up pretty much, Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange, as being like that lead guy now of the Avengers, the lead one that leads all the new Avengers and everything. So that was the end part of the first scene. Then we get to the mid-credit scene where we see Doctor Strange. Of course, well, at the end we see Doctor Strange hurt like with a bad hair, but see he's got a third eye. That's another interesting. He gets caught with a third eye, the same third eye that Evil Strange had. Now he has it, everything. So we don't see nothing after that. Then in the mid-credit scene, we see a girl come by and everything like that. And we see like, oh, okay. And she tells him, hey, Stephen Strange, what you done in conclusion, like, what he's done now. Hey, we need your help to fix everything. What's wrong with the universe because of what just happened. So with the third eye, he say learn how to control the third eye. And he's like, I'm ready and everything. And I find out the character is Cleo. I'm not familiar with the character. I'm not familiar with that character in the comics, but my friend told me about it. The character is actually Doramo's niece, and you saw the first Doctor Strange, so you know I know who Doramo is. So looks like this is setting up a big story arc between those two and everything. And I found in the comics as well that was a love interest for Stephen Strange. They do end up becoming married and all that and everything. So I guess this sets up what we're gonna see in the next Doctor Strange movie or in the next Marvel movies of them two being together. So that's definitely gonna lead to something real big. And I liked it, like I said. And that was it for the end credit scene. For the mid credit scene we saw. The end credit scene was nothing but we see this guy from like the beginning of the movie where Doctor Strange made him punch himself and all that for 3 weeks. I put a spell on him just because he was being disrespectful to America Chavez and everything like that. And we just see like him punching himself and all that. Then at the end, just a little funny cameo of him showing like, oh, he's finally over with and all that. So that's all we got. But like I said, very solid movie. Definitely a solid movie. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I hope all you did as well. I definitely enjoyed it as well. Hold on, I forgot the actress name. Oh my goodness, I can't forget her name. She's been in so many movies. Charlize Theron. Yes, Charlize Theron playing Cleo, Doramo's niece. This is gonna be very interesting. I definitely feel like a big just because of such a big actress she is. She definitely will have a bigger role in any MCU project or the next Doctor Strange movie or any big Avengers kind of type movie. I mean, what I'm saying? So, definitely good. The only new movies we got coming out from Marvel are Thor and Black Panther 2. So that interesting. I don't know if Doctor Strange is gonna show up in any other movies. They haven't said anything about any Doctor Strange or anything like that in those two movies at all. So maybe one of them they might show up at Ant-Man and the Quantum World, Ant-Man 3, because that's gonna be definitely a big movie because that's our first introduction in the film world to Kang the Conqueror. We all know Kang the Conqueror did show up in Loki, but we get the different version, a more evil version, darker version of Kang the Conqueror. They said in Ant-Man 3. So But like I said, I love the movie. Saw the movie. Actually, one of my, definitely in my top 10 of favorite comic movies because the comic bookiness of it. That's definitely why I loved it so much. And I feel like that's why definitely a lot of people didn't like it just because of that and everything. And of course, a lot of, stuff. I think people was overhyped. People thought maybe we might get, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in the movie just because it was directed by Sam Raimi. We might get Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in the movie. We thought, people thought they was going to get Loki. There's rumor Loki was supposed to be in the movie. People thought they were going to get more cameos than what they got. More X-Men characters, more mutants and all and everything like that. So I think, the overhype for this movie kind of, people were so overhyped about it that I think it lowered expectations. Because people had just high expectations for it because of what the title of it and everything, what it was called. That once people saw it, people were like, okay, it wasn't, it was a little bit high, but it wasn't like, all right, that's it. I think because once people saw Illuminati, people was hyped, but then that was it. They were just going like that. So I think that's why people were just like, oh, okay, it's okay. That's all I have from the movie. It's just and everything else with it too, with him going with how it's supposed to be described what it is about going different universes and all that and everything. So I feel like for sure that was the issue and everything like that with the movie. That like people felt like they were so high expectation, like how people had high expectations for Spider-Man No Way Home and deliver like every cameo you thought was gonna be in the movie was in it, from Daredevil, the 2 Spider-Man in the movie, like everything that you thought was in the movie was in it. So people felt like, oh dang. People thought the same thing with Doctor Strange movie. We're going to get more. People thought it was rumored to be Tom Cruise's Iron Man was going to be in the movie. People thought all that was going to happen. And you didn't get that. So now everybody's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It didn't live up to your expectations. So I think that's why a lot of people are a little bit, down on this with this movie. So, But I liked it. I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the first Doctor Strange movie. Not as much I liked this second one, but I did enjoy the first one. But I liked the second one. I just liked the horror, superhero aspect of it, and I liked the whole traveling different universes and all that, and the comic booky of it. So I guess that's why I liked it so much. So I don't know in the comment section what you thought about it, but this is my view on Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. Like I said, check me out next time my next video is gonna be about winning time the Lakers show. I think it's the last episode of the season finale. So check me out when I do a review on that or anything other than this big news. I definitely gonna do reviews on that, but. This is my view on Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. Y'all have a good night. Be safe wherever you at. And this is Slime Media. I'm out. And I forgot, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you like the content. I'm out. This is Slime Media.